Hello viewers, welcome to Elim TV. This is where you watch and learn. I'm your tutor, Miss Mukungi. I'm taking you through Theory Form 2. This is our 33 lesson and our topic today is the journey to Jerusalem and the subtopic is introduction. On to the lesson objective. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to describe or you should be able to identify duties and the privileges and the cost of disciples. Another thing, you're supposed to describe the teaching of Jesus on prayers, hypocrisy, wealth, and watchfulness. And lastly, you are supposed to describe parable of Jesus used to teach about prayer, hypocrisy, wealth, and watchfulness. Let's start with the introduction about the journey to Jerusalem. When you read Luke chapter 9 verse 18, Jesus traveled to Jerusalem. He prepared his disciples for the life they were to lead after he leaves them behind. Then another thing, you will find that after the transfiguration, Jesus used two incidents to teach his disciples about faith and humility. One incident was the healing of a boy possessed by evil spirit. That's Luke chapter 9 verse 37 to 43. Jesus rebuked the unclean spirit out of the boy and the boy was healed. Another instance, it's when Jesus told his disciples that their lack of faith was the reason why they did not cure the boy. Jesus informed his disciples that faith in him was important when carrying out his work than anything else. When you read Luke chapter 9 verse 49 to 50, the next question was, who is to work for Jesus? All Christians can work for Jesus, even believers who are Gentiles. Jesus told his disciples not to forbid others from carrying out his work, for whoever is not against him is for him. This means that whoever had faith, even the Gentiles, could carry out Jesus' work. Another thing is, as you can see from the picture below, here is Jesus together with his disciples, teaching them the importance of faith and against hypocrisy and watchfulness. Jesus also told his disciples that Jesus was determined to go to Jerusalem. As he traveled, men volunteered to follow him wherever he was going. Jesus replied that foxes have holes, birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head. It meant that Jesus was not to station at one place. Jesus had no earthly home. This mission on earth was only for a time. A man requested to follow Jesus but asked permission to bury his father. Jesus told him to let the dead bury their dead. Disciples of Jesus have to leave their families in order to do the work of Jesus. Another thing is that when you're talking about the journey to Jerusalem, you will find that Jesus used a number of examples to explain the importance of faith and watchfulness, and also warned his disciples against hypocrisy of the Pharisees. Now we have come to the end of our today's lesson, and below is an activity that you're supposed to carry out. One, you're supposed to explain Jesus' teaching on faith and humility. Second, explain Jesus' teaching on faith. And thirdly, read the Bible chapter 9 verse 18. For more information, you can refer to KLB book 2, page 102 to 105, and the Bible reading, the book of Luke chapter 10 verse 20. You can refer for more information by SMSing the number that is appearing on your screen. Also, you can find us in YouTube as Elim TV. Also, we are there in Facebook as Elim TV. And finally, in Twitter at Elim TV _KE.